So I'm going to show you today is how to make this basic scar material that you use for gashes and wounds on special effects makeup. I'm going to show you how to make it from stuff that you can find in your house for about maybe less than $1, as opposed to buying this for about $15 to $30 depending on what brand you're using. Alright, so here's what you're going to do. In this little saucepan here, you're going to take a little bit of the candle, about half of that. Unscented works best. You're going to take a little bit of the Vaseline, put the Vaseline in there also. You're going to heat up the pan, and you're going to melt down the wax and the Vaseline. What the Vaseline does is it softens up the consistency of the molding wax, and what the candle wax does is it hardens it up. So by using a different combination, you can have a soft or a hard consistency of the scar material. As this is melting down, you just kind of mix it around a little bit. Once you have it melted down, it's going to look like nothing. It's going to look just like water in there. Take your flour or your Bisquick, sprinkle a little bit of that in there. What you want is you want the consistency of like pancake batter, like a thick pancake batter. If it feels like it's a little bit too thick, which mine is, you're going to take a little bit more of the Vaseline and throw that in there to melt it down to make it more liquid. I'm going to remove this from the heat, which I turned off the oven already. I'm going to grab my little container. I'm going to scoop it inside of my little container. Put it inside. Put the lid on top. And we're going to throw this inside of the freezer. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our scar wax that we just made, and we're going to scoop out a little bit of it. Remember, this is Vaseline based, so the longer you touch it, the softer it's going to get, and you don't want it to melt on your hands while you're working with it. So you take a little bit of it, roll it into a ball, and then kind of roll it into a little bit of a snake form. Remember, the slower you go, the more it's going to melt. Once it starts melting, you're not going to be able to work with it that good. If it gets too hot and it starts melting, just put it down, take another piece, wash off your hands, and start again. So I'm going to work this one on my hand right here so you guys can see it. So what you're going to do is you're going to push down on both ends, and then you're going to go all the way up, sliding on the sides and blending that into your hand. As you can see, I'm pretty much the color of Bisquick. But if you're not the color of Bisquick, you can add in a little bit of tinted powder when you're doing it in the mixture, when you're making it, if you want to change the color of the tone. You go up the other side, just blending it in. Remember, the body heat's going to make it smooth and blend in a little bit better. Then what you can do is you could take a spatula, you could break it in half. I mean, you could use many things. You could use a knife, you could use a razor, just be careful not to cut yourself. Slide down quickly along the wax. That's going to make it look like it's an open cut. You're going to go in and add a darker color inside of the cut. Then you can go in, you can add some blood to it. The blood that I'm using here is a mixture that I created. I'm going to show you how to make that in another video.